The gaming industry would like you to be ignorant. They like you to be stupid. In fact, they often think most of us are fucking dumb. We're nothing more than cows chewing our cud. We're sheeple, and we're ready for any AAA release, loaded with microtransactions and games as service.
It's about making this.
And 10-year game plans. Woo! That's what I need. A game that's gonna come out that's supposed to last 10 fucking years. Because you wanna sell me some operators. Eat my asshole raw, motherfucker. I can already tell he's in a horrible mood. So the ESRB put out their damage control, which I said on Twitter months ago that now that legislators are trying to get involved, the ESRB will probably put out some sort of fluff piece to essentially appease somebody. So far, their video called "Control is in Your Hands" has done amazingly well. It only has 5,400 views, wow, and 46 likes, 296 dislikes, and the comments are disabled. I wonder why. The ESRB also has put out a couple statements, which, interesting enough, reads like any piece of shit statement you get. Now you might be wondering, Gundam, what the hell are you talking about? A piece of shit statement is what you run into when you're an adult and you start actually talking to your local legislators about laws you think you don't want to come into place because it's a little too big brotherish. I'm a little worried about 1984 coming to fruition. What these legislators do, these politicians, when you actually contact them like, hey, I don't like the idea of net neutrality being repealed, they send you some piece of shit piece of paper that basically says, thank you for taking the time to blah, 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 and then they put your name there. And it's a whole bunch of just nut jerking. And at the very bottom of the reply letter, whatever the hell you want to call it, someone officially signs it. 9 times out of 10, they just print the signature. That's how little they give a shit about you. They send everybody this little piece of paper. They just change one part, and that's what your name is. It shows a complete and utter lack of interest. And they're just like, oh, somebody's not pleased. Give them the usual little "we're listening to you" letter when we're actually not listening. I'll listen when you put money in my pocket, you idiot. Basically, the ESRB said that loot boxes initially gained popularity in the mobile games in the early 2000s. Mostly outside the United States, says the ESRB. They are relatively new to consoles and computer games. I think it's important to clarify that these purchases are always optional, are often awarded at no cost to the player, and can be acquired using virtual currency that can be earned through playing the game or purchased, and are never required to complete the game. You're right, it isn't required, but they make sure it's damn hard to do it without money. Shadow of War is the perfect culmination of that. They made sure that you beating that final stage would be a real pain in the dick unless you bought yourself some orcs. They later on also said to Polygon, the ESRB has previously stated publicly that we do not consider loot boxes to be gambling for various reasons, nor am I aware of any legal authority in the United States that has classified loot boxes as gambling. In fact, the UK Gambling Commission recently determined that loot boxes do not constitute as gambling, which basically means, fuck you, pay me. I'm not afraid of you, bitch. You got a problem with me? I'll see you in court.
You get the hell out!
That's pretty much what it boils down to. Until it's legally bad, they'll sit there and go, well, you know, it's a gray area right now, you fucking worthless journalist scum. Now here's a funny one. We believe loot boxes are more comparable to baseball cards, whereas there is an element of surprise and you always get something, the letter explains. Loot boxes are an optional feature in certain games that provide the player with fun ways to acquire virtual items for use within the game itself. Most of the time, these items are cosmetic in nature. They are sometimes earned and awarded to the player, very rarely. The perfect example is Overwatch. Yeah, it's cosmetic, yeah, you can earn it, but you have to grind for a while to get a fucking loot box. And if you really want the new skins that come out, you have to grind 8 hours a day. And unless you've got no job or you're off from school or you have absolutely no other responsibilities, grinding for 8 hours a day to get fucking loot box skins is a son of a bitch. And if you happen to be goddamn addicted to the fucking game, shitting out 30 extra bucks to get 50 loot boxes doesn't seem like a bad prospect, rather than spending time grinding. And even then you won't get everything. Essentially, your playtime equates to pennies an hour. Also, this calling loot boxes more comparable to baseball cards is a pretty big slice of bullshit. I mean, let's face it, Baseball cards aren't what they used to be in the collector's market. If your great-grandfather bought, some baseball cards when he was a kid, and he had like a Mickey Mantle rookie card or a Babe Ruth rookie card when the motherfucker was on the Boston Red Sox or some shit before the curse of the Bambino, and you go in Grandpa's attic and you pull that shit out, whop da loop bop a lot bam boom, you're sitting on a fucking fortune. Whereas with loot boxes, I highly doubt 30, 40, 50 years from now, anyone's gonna be pining away for that Torbjorn skin in the year of the dog, Chinese New Year 2018, willing to pay hundreds of thousands of dollars for it. The thing about virtual items is the fact that virtual items outside of the gray market, like Team Fortress 2 or CSGO or PUBG, it really can't get you much of jack diddly fucking squat, dude. Most of these virtual items will become worthless within a year when the next iteration of the game comes out. Yeah, that's it. New year, new game, your old stuff don't matter and it doesn't transfer over. Unless you're selling rare CSGO skins for the op or super rare clothes, the schoolgirl outfit in PUBG, your time and energy in playing the game and getting said loot boxes equates to jack fucking shit, other than wagging your dick in the game till a new one comes out. So really, it's less than a baseball card, cause at least a baseball card you could resell. And yeah, I guess you could resell your Overwatch account, but who the hell would buy it? Oh wait, someone banned. Now I highly doubt somebody banned cares about loot box skins when they're using third-party apps to cheat. Alright, here's a tweet the ESRB put out. Let's get through this together. You may have noticed we've been a little quiet in the topic of in-game purchases and loot boxes. That's because, really? Of course you're quiet. EA, Activision, Blizzard, all the big name companies knee-deep in loot boxes and microtransactions have a say in the ESRB, so obviously they'd be quiet. Why would they shit on the goose that's laying golden eggs? But we've been listening. In fact, we've absorbed every tweet, email, Facebook post, and Signal Telegram sent our way, and we've been working to develop a sensible approach to let gamers and parents know when a game offers the option to purchase additional content. Gamers know when it's there because it's in their face. It's not like they make it optional. A lot of these AAA devs have made it so perverse that it is in your fucking face. How the fuck? Activision has been nailed to the wall for having algorithms in place in their games to basically coax people into buying stuff. They've even gone as far as coming up with stuff that would play with someone's mind or figure out their character traits and then match them with people that would make them more likely to spend money. It's a form of manipulation, not optional. A drug dealer is optional. A drug dealer comes in, hey man, you want some smoke? You want some smoke? Nah, I'm not interested in that, man. Okay, that's it. That's optional. If the gaming industry was a drug dealer, you wouldn't be able to get rid of the motherfucker. Hey, you want some smoke? You want some pot? 420? You 420 friendly? No, thanks. Oh, I see how it is. Okay. 420? 420? No, dude, I just said no. Okay. How about this? Heroin? You want to ride the dragon? No, dude, come on. You're walking down the street, the motherfucker's still following you. Cocaine? 8-ball? You want some boogie sugar? You want some boogie sugar? Come on, get away from me. That's how it would be. If the gaming industry, the AAA gaming industry, was a drug dealer, it would break into your house to try and sell you drugs. So there's a difference between optional and being a fucking asshole with it. So basically the ESRB will begin assigning a brand new label to physical games that can include in-game purchases. This label they call an interactive element. It will appear on boxes and wherever those games can be downloaded. For games that offer the ability to purchase digital goods or premiums with real-world currency, this includes features like bonus levels, skins, surprise items such as item packs, loot boxes, mystery rewards, music, virtual coins, and other forms of in-game currency, subscriptions, season passes, upgrades, i.e. to disable ads, and more. So basically, the ESRB is going to throw this little stamp on every game that includes all of these things. Now, here's the funny thing though. When you think about it, I got a headache just reading most of this crap. I'm gonna be real with you. When you think about it, The Witcher 3, we can all agree, was probably one of the best games to come out in recent memory. The Witcher 3 is one of the few games in God knows how long that actually had real expansion passes. The Witcher 3 was one of the first games in God knows how long to have real expansion packs. A season pass that was worth the money, that was full of content, great characters, story arcs that expanded the world even more beyond the base game, is going to be labeled with the same shit as Star Wars Battlefront 2. In a way, this feels disingenuous, dishonest, and also unfair, because a game that's actually something worth your money, time, and I dare say art, up next to something that was a blatant cash grab, will both be labeled the same. How is this okay? How? How is this oh my god, it's fucking, my head hurts from it. It's ridiculous. This is their little band-aid, and it's a piece of shit. Everyone's not really happy with it. It is a bullshit approach. It's a pathetic attempt at trying to appease people who are upset. The informed gamer will look at this and go, nice, you're giving me a glass of piss and calling it lemonade. Parents who are uninformed will go, this is good, I'm glad it's in place, thank you very much, it's helpful. And gamers who just don't really give a fuck, they just buy every AAA game in pre-order and, you know, pay for all the microtransactions and whatnot, aren't gonna give a flying fuck either. They won't even really care, they won't even see the label. And it was like, whatever. FIFA 19, here I come. UFC 75, whoop-de-fucking-do. Call of Duty World War III. Oh, this is the usual. My head hurts. I can't even go any further with this. Thank you for your patience on this and your love for games. We rate. It's like when a crooked cop commits a crime and he's judged by a jury of his peers, which are all crooked cops. Doesn't lose his job or anything, just gets like paid to leave for him to figure himself out. Eat my asshole. That's gonna do it for me with this video. Don't forget to rate, comment, subscribe, because frankly I need it. Don't forget to smash that like button, beat the living shit out of it. Hit that like button like it was EA. Just keep hitting it right in the face. Remember that I have a Twitch, Twitter, Facebook, other stuff I can't remember. There's a Discord now. Feel free to become part of the community. It's actually pretty cool, surprisingly. Real mellow, laid back. There is a Rule 34 section. Go in there at your own peril. I am not responsible for what you see there. Ever since I saw pornography of DSP, man, completely ass naked with gout in his feet and stuff, I haven't been the same since, to be honest. I'm glad I have therapy. I hope you do too. And that's going to be it for me for the time being. I have a lot of stuff to work on. Adios, pichachos. Keep an eye out for Witcher mods and some other cool shit. Ah, fuck, I forgot not to curse.